You ready?
Yep, born and ready.
Well, welcome to Boxing Capital. I'm Tay.
I'm Sammy.
And we're back after a little hiatus. Holiday time, finals time. As you can see, we are not in Showtime this week because, we had to change some logistics with the guests. But we have a cool guest coming next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, let me go through the intro. Boxing Capital, boxing business, everything behind the punches. I'm Tay.
I'm Sammy.
And we got a lot to catch up on.
Yep.
This week, Sammy. We had a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fights happening. We have a big fight coming up this weekend, Prograis versus Devin Haney. And then, of course, we had a big fight last night.
It's been a good season.
Yeah, of course. It's been a great year. It's been a great year of boxing in general.
It's been a good season so far.
Yeah. So, then we had a big fight last night, and then the week before that, we had another big fight, and we had two big fights, actually. So we'll get into those. We'll just kind of go in order here. But first, the women showed out. Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron. Katie Taylor gets the redemption. This is her second fight. Majority decision. A draw. One judge had, and then two in favor. It was really close. I mean, the other scores were what?
It was still good. She came out and redeemed herself.
Yeah. I mean, one judge had a 98-92, which was a little wide, especially if the other judges had a draw and then damn near a draw. So, I don't know. I wish judges can have to justify their decisions afterwards.
It tells you that one judge was a little bit too much a Katie Taylor person. That's all.
Yeah. But yeah, nonetheless, it was a great fight. I mean, sold out crowd, really showing out
for women boxing. Women boxing has come a long way. I believe they're almost there. When I say they're almost there, it because of their value of cash that change hands. I mean, the men still make a whole lot more money, but for me, the women fight a lot better. Mm-hmm. They actually put their guts into it and they actually fight. There are few men champions that really come out and really do what they need to do, and then we got a whole bunch of other handout men champions, which I don't really respect.
Yeah, there's so many damn belts. In the men's division. I'm sure there's plenty in the women's, but no, you really got to earn your straps in the women's game, because once you get into those upper echelons, I mean, I feel like the barrier of entry is a little bit easier into like world title contention for the women, but it's no fault of their own. It's just because there's not as many women fighting.
Yeah, but
it's growing though.
But
when you get to the
fights.
Exactly, when you get to the championship level, you got to go through everybody to get the belt. Whereas that's not really the case with the men. So it was really cool to see Katie Taylor pull it out. I mean, especially in her hometown of Dublin, sold out crowd. So I mean, like I said, she's got the fan base.
Sold out the arena. That's
and also, what I love about her is that she's not a loud person at all.
No,
she's not. She doesn't really have a bravado or honestly, really not that much swagger to her at all. She just really goes out there. She's done so much for her community, so much for the sport that people just come out to respect her. And the fact that you could, sell out
that
like
just
that.
Go to say you don't have to be rude for people to come and see you.
No.
You just have to be good.
Yeah.
You're good, people going to come and watch. You don't have to show you behind out why you're good for people to come and see you. So, I mean,
yeah. But there was a little bit of controversy in the first round. I personally think it was a knockdown. Could have been a knockdown. The ref said no, she tripped. I'll have to look at it again, but I don't really think it was that. So if it wasn't, I mean, that could have changed the fight.
Yeah, they're knockdown.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been
it could have
a draw the other way.
I mean, because of the majority decision.
Yeah,
it could have.
Yeah. So yeah, that was good to see, and hopefully she gets back in the ring with Amanda Serrano. And they're talking about, again, doing the fight over there in Dublin because, they have a good fan base. But, that was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. Serrano versus...
Go to where the money is.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that. I mean, I think that's what's next for Katie Taylor. There's a lot of good fights that can happen for her, and the 135, 140. Bumgarner, Mayer, kind of moving up to that weight class. So we'll see. But we also had another huge fight that weekend. We had Benavidez versus Andrade. We had two Benavidez's on the card. One versus Andrade.
The good one and the one before.
The good one and the one in Creed. No, I like Jose. I mean, I like them both.
No, Jose's okay. Look, Jose was a good prospect when he came out. He could have done a lot, but I don't know where things went sideways there a little bit, and stuff like that. And then he riding his little brother coattail, but that's just part of the family. I think that's the family thing. But their younger brother, from the time I met him, I knew he was going to be better than the older brother because one.
Even when he was a little fat chubby kid.
Yeah, even when he was a little fat chubby kid, he was fat and chubby, but you would see this kid. He had heart, and not only that, he got in there with men to spar, but you could see the kid got a mean streak about him.
He's got a dog in him.
When they talk about fighting, he gets in there and he's mean.
Yeah.
But outside the ring, he's a nice kid. But in that ring, he's trying to kill you.
Which is what it should be, I guess. Yeah. Jose Benavidez is kind of turning into like the gatekeeper, kind of like a Gabe Rosado. Yeah. Just a very tough guy.
Yeah.
Everyone respects him because, again, he's a tough guy. He gets in there with anybody. Yeah. He does good for the exactly. He does good for the sport, I guess, in a way.
He is the gatekeeper. That's a good. That's a good description. That's a good description.
Exactly.
He's like a gatekeeper. He is a gatekeeper.
He's like someone you fight when you want to either
step up.
Yeah, if you're younger or you're a prospect, I should say, that's like the step up, kind of getting you into the spotlight. And then if you're
money, do make good money. Yeah, exactly. So why not?
And then if you're like an older guy that's maybe went on a little hiatus, like i.e. Charlo, trying to get back into it.
They fight Benavidez.
Right. But let's start from the.
Charlo.
This was a good card. This was a really great card.
Yeah.
So we'll just start from the main card. I mean, there's some people on the prelims. I know Vito Milanecki is a good guy. I think, was it Mayweather's guy, Carmel Monton? He was on this card. Was he on last night's card? I think he was on this card.
Mountain kid.
He was a prelim.
He was on the benefit. He was on the Benavidez card.
He either fights before or after.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He had to fight before.
TV time.
For TV
Sometimes
time?
I feel like he gets. I think he gets after TV time. The couple of fights he's gotten, or maybe it was his. I don't know how many fights he has now, but I remember one of his first fights. He was after TV time for one fight. I forget what it was. Some one big pay-per-view fight. But
the Mountain guy, I think I saw that fight. I didn't really like it. It was not.
I mean, he's like a teenager, damn near, right? Yeah. He's super young. I don't think he's more than 20 years old. So I mean, he's gonna ease into it. So. But he's good. I mean, he seems, really disciplined kid.
He was supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do. Give him a guy he was supposed to beat. He beat.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. Yeah, so
exactly. But Lamont Roach Jr. defeating Hector Garcia. Remember, Hector Garcia moved up to fight Tank at one point, and this is for 130 pound for the WBA super featherweight title, which is what Hector Garcia had.
That was on that same card.
Yeah, it was on the same card.
Oh, that was before TV.
No, this was the first fight on the card.
Oh, that was the first TV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's easy to miss if it was the first one, but Lamont Roach defeats him in the 12th round with split decision. I don't think it should have been a split decision. I thought he won handedly, so I was a little shocked that it was a split decision.
Yeah, I saw the fight. I don't really remember that one. I remember the Puerto Rican. the Puerto Rican clubbing down the I mean or Cacastini.
Oh yeah. That was the
Yeah,
fight after that one.
yeah.
But
It was
yeah,
a
this
beautiful
this this fight looks good. I mean, Lamont Roach looks good. I think he could start being in the conversation for the upper echelon guys in the 130. I mean, obviously he has a title now. But I I always think about the 126, 130 division because there's this fighter who's always just kind of looming in the background that's going to start kind of creeping up and taking all these belts.
Yeah.
And that is Inoue. So,
Inoue?
Yeah.
No, but
So
Inoue,
he dominated Stephen Fulton, which was the top guy at 126.
yeah.
He can easily start creeping his way up to 130. He's obviously got to take his time, but
Inoue, the Japanese fighter. Yeah, but no, that guy, he's not like a creep up. He already there.
yeah,
This sucker he can punch, one, and he know how to tear people down.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the next he fight a Filipino next that can also punch. I think that fight's next month. So I believe if he walk through this Filipino like he did the what the name of the black fella he just fought he not Fulton.
Yeah.
If he walks through the Filipino like he did Fulton, I'll say he be the one for anyone not to mess with easily because he can punch and the boy got very good boxing IQ. I believe, and he don't fight bums. He fight people that can fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting no gifts, you know.
Right.
He's not getting any gifts.
Yeah. So 130, the champions are Oshaki Foster, Lamont Roach, Joe Cordina, and Emmanuel Navarrete, who recently fought. What was the result of that fight?
What, Navarrete?
Yeah.
On
Navarrete. It was a draw. It was a draw. I think
he
it was versus Conquesao.
Navarrete out there? Navarrete.
He just fought Oscar Valdez, and then
And then he fought a Dominican. Was it a Dominican that he fought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a draw or the Dominican won?
It was a draw. A majority decision draw.
Yeah.
Robson Conquesao. So I didn't see that fight. I think it was the week before the fights that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch that one.
Oh no, he didn't. Navarrete, that Dominican made him look like crap.
Really?
Oh no, he didn't look good.
Styles make fights.
Yep.
But I would love to see Lamont Roach take on Oshaki Foster next. You know, he was calling him out. I think that would be a great fight. Oshaki.
Okay, that was the fight on the how you call it, the kid who's supposed to be the next Crawford, the Crawford protege, the one that we always talk about. I thought everyone was ducking.
Oh, Frank. No, it's not Frank.
No,
because he's Arrow Sky.
The one that I said Haney duck, Haney should have fought him.
Oh, Shakur.
Boy, he really showed his behind. He really.
Oh, we didn't.
He really let himself down.
Oh yeah,
he let himself down. No, we got to talk about that.
Yeah. He
let himself down.
What were you thinking? We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, I forgot he fought. That's how bad it was. I forgot he fought.
No, yeah. He really let himself down.
He really
did. And the thing is, I think this fighter, I should have showed him out.
Really?
I think the fighter, now people know how to beat Shakur. I'm telling you, Shakur did the jump back jack too damn much. Every time, when the bell rang, that boy came out with a left hook and missed Shakur. It seemed to be like the wind from that hook made Shakur refuse to engage completely throughout the fight. He kept jumping back. Every time the boy jumped forward to hit him, he would put his hand out and jump back like that. He did that jump back jack move.
Yeah.
Like he should have been in a 40. What the Eddie Murphy name 40 something. What the hell? When Eddie Murphy did the 45, 44 hours or something, he did a movie where they were singing music, jump back jack. I think that's what. No, Shakur Stevenson look. I mean, I'm like, he refused to fight. Then after the fight, they're talking about, oh, because he had a shoulder problem. Give me a freaking break. I don't buy that.
Yeah.
If you had a shoulder problem, don't fight.
Yeah.
Don't fight and look like crap and then tell me and say, oh, I had a shoulder problem.
But I don't want to make excuses.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to make an excuse there. But I had a shoulder problem. Come on,
That's an excuse. Just don't say anything. I'm like, don't say anything.
He fought a guy that had, I think, one loss, but this guy can punch because this guy had knocked out. He had one loss, 16 wins, and 15 of those wins were by knockout. So Shakur, he made Shakur with the first left hook.
Yeah. Yeah, Edwin De Los Santos, he's good. It's not
and Shakur got on his bike.
Yeah.
And never stopped running. I mean,
I'm gonna give Shakur the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say it was just a bad performance, an off night. I still believe that he has the skill set to be one of the best in the world, kind of the Floyd Mayweather of this era. But he didn't look good. He didn't look good.
I would not give him that much anymore, but him being the next
fight.
Like a Floyd Mayweather. No, that one fight shows a lot about a man.
It does show a lot, but I don't think it's...
The other fighter caused him to look the way he did. Not because it was just an off night. The same crap happened to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was whooping everybody that he met Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas showed Mike Tyson butt out, and everybody came out and started whooping Mike, on Mike.
That's not even compare. Like,
no, it is.
No, it's not, because he wasn't dominated. He just was made to look bad. He wasn't dominated where it's like, wow,
But
this is the end of Shakur Stevenson.
Okay, no, it's not the end of Shakur Stevenson. That was not the end of Mike Tyson either. But I love to say this. If you and myself having a dance recital, and we go out there and we're dancing, and you keep messing up the steps, that mean what? And you supposed to be this great dancer, and you go there start dancing like you got two left feet? That's a problem.
Okay, so
that's a problem. Meaning,
I played soccer my whole life, right?
Yes.
There's some games where I just did not play well. I was a center back, and it was just like this day, this forward just had my number, or I just didn't look good.
There you go.
But then, but the next day or the next weekend when we played each other again, like, it was night and day. It's just like it was an off night for me.
Okay.
That isn't like if a forward was an opponent that I was gonna play.
That's soccer. That's the team sport.
No, but that's the same thing. But it's still one on one a lot of the time. I'm dealing with someone one on one most of the time.
Okay.
And if another forward from another team was watching that fight, they'd be like, "Oh, I know how to beat Tay." And it's just like, no, it's just an off night.
No.
And you come there with that energy, and then you like, oh, it was an off night.
People knows how to get to Shakur. The thing is, Shakur don't have the greatest chin in the world. One.
Has he ever been rocked or knocked down or
when he had not been rocked, but when he get hit, you can see that he don't have the greatest chin in the world. And for him, look, this guy is a good fighter because the guy he fought is a good fighter, but this guy was not that fast. Mm-hmm. He was not that fast, and Shakur couldn't. Look, the guy will take this much step to Shakur, and Shakur will be over there already. Come on, man, give me a break. I mean, the guy had no feint. He had nothing. And Shakur would not engage. He would run and run and run, try to...
I mean,
I have seen of Shakur, great counterpunching and... Nothing at all.
So you've seen him counterpunch before. You've seen him.
Yeah, I've seen him counterpunch before.
You've seen him look better than that last night.
Counterpunch, counterpunch against guys that didn't have the record of this fella that he just fought. Counterpunching against guys that look. Shakur had to come back and really dominate for me to say, okay,
I agree.
he's the next Crawford. But and when I saw that fight, I was like, okay, I see why when he sparred with Crawford, he said Crawford would whoop his butt. Because no, seriously. Because Crawford knew if this fella knew how to cut the ring like Crawford and get to Shakur, that would have made Shakur, he could have stopped Shakur in a fight.
Well, you know what? It honestly may have been the best thing that could have happened to Shakur. Because now dudes may want to fight him.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know,
I hope people want to fight him, so yeah.
Sometimes a bad showing gets you a great opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity to a fight.
Which is, you know, I think is the Prograis versus Haney situation, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But look, I just think it was a bad performance. I'm not going to read more into it than that. Like, sure, well, I think De Los Santos obviously deserves his credit for making Shakur look as bad as he did. He's a good fighter.
Yeah, De Los Santos can fight.
No one's denying that. But look, I've seen Shakur look better than that. Like, come on.
I know.
I don't think it was all De Los Santos. I just think it was a bad showing.
It was De Los Santos.
It was a bad showing.
If I make you look bad, I make you look bad. Period.
I mean,
so don't make De Los Santos look like he was just a poop putt. He wasn't
a poop putt. I'm just saying he didn't get the best. Like, I don't think Shakur had his best showing. He didn't get the best Shakur. I don't think so
De Los Santos didn't get to land a good punches because Shakur ran.
Cut the ring off.
Yeah, well, he don't know
That's
why I said if he knew how to cut the ring off like Crawford, Shakur would have been in a lot of trouble.
Maybe, but he didn't. So it is what it is. Shakur won.
Yeah, that was a messed up fight, a real bad fight.
Well, I hope now hopefully he has more options.
That whole card was weak. That Navarrete looked like crap. Then Shakur came by and looked even worse.
Yeah, I'm still pushing for Zepeda versus Zepeda. Remember we talked about the guy Zepeda. He fought at Commerce Casino. Was on.
When he fought
Filipino.
That fought the Filipino to fight. Who Shakur? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a good fight. That would be a damn good fight. Oh no, that would be a good fight because that Zepeda know how to cut the ring off. Mm-hmm. He know how to get in your face.
Shakur is really gonna have to counterpunch,
Yeah, well,
I think Shakur definitely he needs to step it up. 100%. He
need to actually fight somebody before he talk about Zepeda. He don't want to see Zepeda now. He don't want to see him after that performance.
Yeah, he's been calling a lot of people out. I know he's been kind of getting in Twitter beefs with Cambosis. Now he's getting in Twitter beefs with everybody. I mean, the dude's itching for a fight. I like Shakur. I'm a Shakur fan, particularly when it comes to his style of fighting. I think I feel for him because I think it's frustrating wanting to fight people and not getting the opportunity, and then feeling like you have to resort to social media or like stirring the pot outside of the ring in order to get what you want. But it comes with its price tag. It comes with the territory. Yeah, it comes with the territory, and then you also have the added consequence of if you're going to do all that, you can't have a performance like you did.
You can't look like a
So I think he'll bounce back, and he'll bounce back fine. He
better bounce. He better bounce pretty high. He better bounce pretty high.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I'm just not a big fan of anybody because me,
you don't care
when you screw it up, all the other because boxing is you just as good as your last performance.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the game that we are in. You just as good as your last performance. You don't never want to come out here with a sniffy. No, you don't want to. You always want to come out on top. Right. Every time you come out, you want to hope that day is not the bad day. If you have a bad day that day, hope it's not the day you in front of an audience. You in the ring when you when you sparring and you got a bad day. Okay, don't spar in a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have any bad days. And you can't be at the point where you like, oh, I hope this isn't a bad day when it's time to fight. I mean, you got to be ready each time because building on your career, each fight matters. Each fight matters. That's money, that's opportunity, that's, even outside of the ring, brand opportunities, all that stuff.
Now, for me, I would say now, Top Rank going to give him some short money for a couple of fights before he gets some real money again.
Maybe that may be, if they have their little analytics going on. It was pay-per-view.
Yeah.
On ESPN.
It was a pay-per-view.
Oh really?
It was a pay-per-view that day. Yeah.
Good thing I didn't.
That fight was a pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. And you're trying to have people pay money to watch you fight.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a pooper.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a little analytics team looking at the numbers and seeing what people are saying. I mean, that's gonna affect your pockets. So, he's got to bounce back.
I feel real bad for him, but he better bounce high.
Real high. But let's move on to the second fight back to the Benavidez card. Subriel Matias beating Ergashev. That's his last name. That was a good fight. Ergashev came out really hard.
Yeah.
Giving him a hard time. Matias was just, taking it, just kind of, seeing.
Just walk him down.
Exactly.
He walk him down like he was walking his kid to school.
Like you have no power.
No,
I'm not afraid of your power at all. Yeah.
Cause he came. This guy,
Matias.
Yeah, he just walked this fella down. He walked him down, took all his punches, just smother him. But I like the way the guy's punched because he uses his body. Mm-hmm. His punches never came from here. They were all from here.
Yeah, they were tight. His uppercuts from the inside.
I mean,
those hurt.
Oh, and he was hitting this guy. Every time he hit him, you could see there a little bit of pain in his face.
Oh, this guy died by round 3. Yeah. Like he just died. Like he was like backing up and like when you back up sometimes and you like get hit hard, you back up and you go.
Yeah.
Like he kept doing that. You just like, oh fuck. Okay.
No, but every time he got hit, it looked like every time he got hit. It reminded him that of that last ass whooping his father gave him or his mom.
Oh, God damn! Like he just was.
But he came out too cocky. He came out
really fast, and then he just ran out of gas real quick, and then he finished.
I don't know if he ran out of gas or the punches kill him.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
One of the two, something.
He was just getting the life knocked out of him slowly, and you just see him just like throwing one punch at a time and being like, "Dude, don't hit me anymore." And then it was done in round 5.
Yeah, that was a good. That
was a good performance.
I'll say if Benavidez had not done what he did in the main event, I would have called that fight the fight of the night. The fight of the night.
Yeah.
But both of those fights, it is even. I mean, either one of those fights can get a fight of the night.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it'll go to the main event because just of all the build-up and stuff. But yeah, that was a good win. This is in 140. Subriel Matias, he's Puerto Rican. He has the other belt at 140. So, a lot of options there. I mean...
Yep. A lot of options to whoop a lot of people's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Haney at 140 now. Mm-hmm. I don't think he want to see that boy.
I don't think so.
I don't think the Prograis, the Devin Haney. I don't think any one of them want to see that Puerto Rican. Not.
He's good. Did he have a long layoff? I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole because I don't think he.
No, I never seen this guy fight.
Yeah,
that was my first time seeing him fight.
I think he's just kind of been under the radar for a very long time. So, yeah, it was a good showing. It was a good performance. This year a lot of options at 140 for him.
Yeah. This year is a good year for boxing.
Yeah.
It really bringing out a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people that people never heard of, and the boxing elite been trying to keep under the radar. I mean, I'm telling you, when I saw that Puerto Rican, he reminded me a lot of Trinidad when Trinidad was in his hit days. Yeah. That's what Trinidad used to do. Just walk you down, clobber you, clobber you into submission.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see him versus a more of a boxer because I feel
Yeah.
like that's the style that will give him a little bit of a harder time because this guy was Ergashev. He was very. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Apologies, Ergashev, if I'm not. But this guy, he was trying to fight similarly to Matias. You know, he
Yeah.
wants to fight kind of in the inside or throw a bunch of power punches. So I think it'll be a good matchup, Haney or someone that fights kind of like a Haney that jabs and boxes well versus this guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much of him, but against a brawler like that or someone who was trying to brawl and bring all his power to him, he looked good.
Yeah.
He looked real
And
good.
you know, he didn't run.
No.
He just walk you down, take everything. I mean, and when at like the second round, when I saw the second round, it reminded me of a Trinidad, but it also reminded me of what Crawford did to Spence.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Just walked down, took his punches, and just
Yeah.
shot at him right in
Yeah.
between his own punches. Boom, boom. I was like, man, this guy can fight.
Yeah, he's
It was a
good.
good-
Well, he's a champion for a reason. So,
Yep.
he's 140 is sort of. We'll talk more about it as we preview Haney and stuff. But it's turning into
Yeah, 140 turning
a
into the place
Yeah.
people will
Yeah.
actually see a lot of
Yeah.
boxing.
Yeah.
And 140 that range gonna probably take the next big paydays that
Yeah.
will be coming in boxing.
Agreed. The next couple of fights that we're going to talk about are at 140. But
Yep.
let's finish this card. So Jamal Charlo back at it again versus Jose Benavidez. Charlo hasn't fought in over 2 years, so this was his coming back party, if you will, back to the sport, and he looked good. I mean,
Yeah, no better than his brother.
he looked good. I mean, granted, it's versus Jose Benavidez, and that's no disrespect to Jose Benavidez, but I think Jose Benavidez is kind of towards the back end of his career.
Yeah.
Charlo hasn't fought in a while, and also let's talk about the fact that
And
Charlo showed
Charlo's
up.
too damn big.
Charlo showed up. It was already at a catch weight. They're supposed to be at 160.
Yeah.
They already agreed to 163, and then Charlo showed up at 166. Weigh in. He didn't make weight. So I'm like, 6 pounds overweight, 3 pounds overweight because it was catch weight.
And he was physically bigger than the other
He
guy.
looks huge.
A lot bigger than the other guys.
Because
So,
Benavidez isn't even 160. He
No,
usually
he's
fights
not.
154.
nah, he's not a 160
No.
fighter.
So the
But
fact
I
that you're
think-
fighting at 163, 166, and then Charlo's
I
probably
think the money
180
was
at the fight
good.
night. Like,
I believe that the money was good, and
Yeah,
this
he
guy
is.
coming in overweight, they should have made him pay.
I'm sure,
Benavidez
yeah.
some money.
he definitely got money. He definitely got fined. He definitely paid Benavidez a lot of money. It is probably enough.
You
of
know,
a-
it's just
a good
stupid.
payday
Why?
for-
That's just being stupid. It's just being
I
stupid.
mean, I don't. You're gonna get paid. You're just trying to get back into the ring.
And that
you know,
shows you that
whatever.
you don't have respect for the game. You don't have. People trying to give you
Yeah.
opportunity, and you just shitting on it because you think you who you are.
Yeah.
Come on, you nobody.
He. I don't know. It's just getting to the point where I'm kind of feeling bad for him. Like there's definitely something going on mentally with him.
Yeah.
It just seems like him and his brother probably are not on good terms. Him and his family really aren't on good terms.
Yeah.
He seemed really sad in the after the press con or the after fight interview. I was just like, maybe this was just good for him to get back, focus on something other than whatever.
But whatsoever it is, was he the one who had a wife problem? Or it was,
I don't know.
brother?
I don't know too much about their personal lives.
Okay, I think one of them had a wife problem. He was the one that had a wife
Really?
problem because he was supposed to fight Canelo.
Oh yeah.
Then he was supposed to fight Canelo. Then the brother took his place
Mm-hmm.
because I think he had some issue with the wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he couldn't fight the Canelo fight. Then the brother took his place. So. And they need to straighten up that stuff. If you got if mid partner's problem going to mess with your career, you need to sit down, either see a psychiatrist or
Couples therapy.
get some therapy or step the hell away. Part ways. Go. You can go right. I'll go left, or we just
Yeah.
say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, co-parent if you have
Yeah,
kids.
you know,
Call it a
because
day. Just take care of yourself. Because
yeah,
something was.
mentally you always have to be stable. I would say if you go into to partake in a game that could end your life with one punch.
Mm,
You should be 100% sound every time you go in that ring. I don't
right.
give a damn who you are or how great you think you are. If you're not 100% sound, just forget it.
Right.
Forget it for that day.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, good for him. I thought he looked good. Just if we just talking
Yeah.
strictly boxing, I thought he looked good. It was a good,
It was a good showing.
Yeah, good showing back into the ring. So hopefully he gets some more fights in, and I think there's a lot of big fights waiting for him. I mean, Caleb Plant, obviously they
Yeah.
got an ongoing beef.
He don't want Caleb Plant slap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be a good fight.
Exactly. So I think we can build up to there. I think Caleb Plant was at the fight. So
Yeah.
I'm a Caleb Plant fan. So.
And I say him. One thing I would say about him, and I think when he liked a certain person, he gave you he gave you as much opportunity as you can get. You know, I mean, because if it were with some other promoters, I think the Chalo brothers be over with.
Yeah,
because these guys they don't do nothing but talk and fight once. I mean, come on, 2 years you ain't fight.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Al Heyman in terms of him taking care of his fighters. Like, so maybe, I mean, there's definitely more going on behind the scenes. Yeah. So it would only be
not management problem. I don't believe.
Yeah. I mean, so he's probably just super sympathetic or empathetic of what those two are going through. So, but good win for him. Needed, I think, and hopefully it just puts him back on the right track and just make a lot of money.
Make a lot of money. Yeah. Fight. Don't start talking again for another 2 years.
Right. Main event. Benavidez dominates Andrade. I mean, that was.
I didn't think it was going to be that way. I didn't think he was going to dominate.
I thought he was going to definitely win, but and like that, I didn't think so. I thought, that was it was sort of like the Matias fight where around like round 3-4, you kind of just see Andre just die. Like
he was just shrinking slowly. I mean. He just walk him down and clobber him into submission.
Yeah, he was fighting sort of like it was very similar to Caleb Plant. Like I thought Caleb Plant was boxing well early, but it's like you can't sustain that against David Benavidez for 12 rounds. Granted, Caleb Plant made it to the end of the fight, but I mean, Jesus, every punch. I mean, he's killing you to the body. His hooks and he has tight punches too.
And Benavidez is not a small kid.
Yeah, and he's long, so those uppercuts got a lot of momentum on him.
Got a lot of lift. A lot of lift.
Yeah,
you get hit with one of those things. There's a whole lot coming from them hip.
Yeah,
and that the kid can fight. I say Canelo should stop with the Mexican bullshit and come out and fight another Mexican. Stop saying I can't fight another Mexican because another Mexican want to kick your ass. Just come out and fight him.
I was gonna say the next fight has got to be Benavidez versus Canelo. Either Canelo's got to vacate those belts, or
he got to fight.
He's got to fight David Benavidez. David. I always say David.
Yeah.
David. I'm gonna say the Mexican Monster. That's what his name is. The Mexican Monster. He's the guy, the next up guy at 168.
And so what?
It doesn't make any sense if you're not gonna go up and fight Bivol, or if Bivol is not gonna come down and fight
you. Fight Benavidez.
You have to fight the Mexican Monster. You have to.
You fight Benavidez, and Benavidez can put on 2 more pounds and fight Bivol.
Yeah, because
I think that would be a great fight.
Oh yeah,
that would be a great fight and a lot of money.
He says he's like this. I'm at the point now where I want to like move up. What else is there other than Canelo at 168?
Yeah,
he's fought everybody. He's big. You know, I'm just probably getting to the point now where it's like I'm kind of killing myself to get down to 168, and it's like, well, what is it? You know, what am I trying to say?
He's already
what fight is worth it here? Yeah. If it's not Canelo, that's what I'm
if it is not Canelo, but look, I'll let me be the first one to say it. I could be wrong, but I don't think Canelo ever going to fight him.
No, I don't think you're wrong.
Canelo is never going to fight him because, one, Canelo had made more money than anyone in that weight class of a Mexican descent ever. He is not looking to risk it. He know he can bullshit the Mexican audience and they will still buy a ticket to see him fight without him fighting another person. And without him fighting Benavidez. But I don't want to fight another Mexican. Okay, Canelo. Benavidez is Chicano. He's not Mexican.
He's Mexican. He's not as Mexican as you, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, he is not as Mexican as you want to put it. Okay, he's Chicano. He was born in Arizona. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So you were born in Mexico. So cut out the bullshit. And you're talking about he's Mexican. Bullshit. Yeah, his parents are Mexican. He was born in Arizona. He's an Arizonian, American. He's Chicano. So step up and play or get off the damn pot because you holding on to belts that you don't deserve. You don't deserve those belts. You know, you would dodge your man all the way and went up and fought Bivol. But you still don't want to fight him. Why? You don't want to get your ass whooped by a Chicano? Is that what? He don't want to get whooped by a Chicano.
I don't know. I don't know what the Mexican dynamics are. You know, every race has got it. You know,
but he's so stupid. He's like,
I don't know, but no, it's just like whichever. I think boxing media really needs to start pressing Canelo on this. I know he's a god. He's like, you know, boxing god. Everybody loves Canelo. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. But it's like, who the hell could you possibly fight that's not Benavidez? Like, you went home and you fought John Ryder. Who the fuck is John Ryder? You know, you can't keep using this excuse of like, oh, you know, he hasn't done anything or like.
Oh no, he had to whoop everybody's ass that he fought.
He is your mandatory at 168 now at this point. He's literally like, you knocked out Plant. But he didn't. Like, he dominated Andrade, which was another next guy up in 168. So it's just like
Canelo didn't fight Andrade either.
No. But so he'll probably call Andre next.
No, that's what I'm saying. He might try to fight Andre instead of fighting Benavidez.
I think he's gonna keep making us think.
Oh no, you know, after the Andre fight, maybe we'll fight Benavidez.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna come up. But the thing is,
but that's so disrespectful. I mean,
these how you call them? These sanctioning bodies need to strip the idiot of the damn belts. Take the belts away from him. And let him go and fight Boo Boo the idiot out there. Let him go fight.
That's Andre's nickname, Boo Boo.
Hey, Andre, you know you from Providence like me, so forget it. I didn't. You're not an idiot. You're a good fighter, but you just got you just got dominated that night. But no, seriously, Canelo need to either fight or get off the pot because
I'm curious to see what's next for him. I think he's gonna keep going for Bivol. He honestly may go like, I'll fight you Bivol at 168 before fighting Benavidez.
No, but Bivol not coming down. And Benavidez, look, I'll say Benavidez need to forget Canelo, go up and fight Bivol because it would make you a lot more money, and it will show to people how much of a wuss Canelo is, and when Canelo want to fight you, he must come up like he did to fight people, to come and fight you now.
Right,
now
because he could use the same thing.
You don't need him. He don't need Canelo, really.
Yeah.
He have really proven to the boxing world that I'm the best at what I do in this weight class. Ain't nobody here to stop me, including the idiot Canelo.
No, I think you're right. I think that's the step he's gonna have to take. If his next fight at 168 isn't gonna be Canelo, I think at some point you need to stop wishing and just move up to 175. There's a lot of good fights there at 175. Yeah. Cyril Ramirez, he's a Mexican. Yep. That'll be a great fight to kick off your 175. Yep. I think he beats Cyril Ramirez pretty easily. Easy. And then he can fight, Bivol or Artur Benavidez, which are really good fights. Really
those are all good fights and very good money.
Exactly. And so then, you can kind of say, Canelo, whatever weight you want to fight at, I'm there for you. You know?
I'm here.
You wanted to go up.
I'll get it. You come to 75, I'll even smoke your words.
Yeah, I would say you wanted to come back up to fight Bivol for the 175 belt. If he were to take the belt from Bivol, which would be a tough fight. Bivol's really good.
Who? Canelo?
No, I'm saying if Benavidez strategically...
that's going to be a very good fight.
If Canelo doesn't retire in the meantime... he probably will.
Why are you trying to put a man to retirement?
He's got 60 fights. He's got like a few more fights in him. Come on, what more can he possibly be doing?
He's Canelo. He cool.
I know.
Come back and fight.
The point that I'm trying to say is, let's say he moves up. He's making some moves at 175. Yeah. Fights Bivol, beats Bivol. Then you could be like, Canelo, you wanted to come up at 175 for Bivol's belt. I got the belt now, so you got to fight me.
You got to fight me. Yeah, no.
But
no,
anyway,
Canelo
that's going to take
fight,
too long, I think.
Canelo want to fight John Brown, the portrait man.
Jesus. But yeah, that fight has got to be next for him, or he's got to move up. And then, Canelo, Cinco de Mayo versus Benavidez. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I don't know that weekend or whatever.
I don't know how many Cinco de Mayo Canelo got to fight.
Doesn't he? Wait a minute, not this Cinco de Mayo, next Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the fights that happened last night. So our boy Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. Yeah. Do you want to run through the main card or no?
Yeah, just the main card.
Okay.
Because the fight before that was nothing.
Yeah, it was Schofield versus Ricardo. That was literally
it was seconds of the first round.
Yeah, it was literally the first round. And then Shane Mosley Jr. He
No, I didn't see that Shane Mosley fight.
You didn't?
No, did it?
Shane Mosley Jr. Yeah, he fought. Yeah. He TKO'd Joshua Conley.
Wow, Mosley getting to be a little better. Before he was a boo boo.
Nice. Yeah, he started off slow and he's got some. He's kind of moving up. Yeah. I think he seems like a nice guy. So
he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid.
He really seems like it. So, very quiet, humble guy. I don't think he uses like, my dad was Shane Mosley a lot. So
no, he one of the. So far, he's starting to show like he's one of the fighter or a kid of a fighter who is learning how to really fight now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because most of the time...
Yeah, he's taking his losses like a champ. Yeah.
Most of the time, the kids don't do shit.
Yeah, he's taking his losses like a champ. I think he's gotten better. Yeah. I've seen him fight a few times. Each time I'm like, he's gotten actually a lot better. Wow, so it's good. And then Darius Fulgham versus Pacino Hill. That was a TKO in the second round. So... That was less than a 4-minute fight. He's good. I think he's got, I don't know what his record is, but I think it's all TKOs or KOs. Yeah. So
and then you had the boo boo fight.
So let's talk about it. I want you to know so the video I posted once on TikTok about Oscar. I mean not Oscar. It was Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte. That's like 50K views on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People do not like that we're getting a lot of shit in the comments.
Oh yeah. People talking a lot of shit. Yeah. Good. Let them keep talking shit. Cause freaking man.
They're like, we're Ryan Garcia haters and whatever. I'm like, we do not hate Ryan Garcia.
We don't hate him. He's just a poof. That's all he is. He's
no,
poof.
but I mean, look, we gotta give the dude the credit. We said it would be a tough fight. It did not prove to be a tough fight at all. So congrats, Ryan Garcia. Yeah. I actually like Ryan Garcia. I think he's a nice kid.
Ryan Garcia.
I just personally
fought to me, not cutting you off, but Ryan Garcia, that fight last night, that was a freak, man. Come on, give me a break. He didn't fight. He hit himself behind the referee and everybody else by he turned his back.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
How in the hell would somebody punch you in the face when your back is the one that he's looking at? And when he hit you in the back, the referee complained. Then you complain about the man hit you in the back of the head. Every time he threw a punch, you put your head there.
Yeah, what? I don't know what that was. Was it some like shoulder roll?
You want to tell me? No, don't tell me you're trying to be Mayweather because you look like shit. That was not ended like a shoulder roll. That was not a shoulder roll. That was a back turn. That was I'll call that.
I will say this. Look, I think Ryan Garcia gets a lot of shit because of his social media following, and he seems more like in tune with the whole TikTok generation, and it's not really reminiscent of like old school fighters who just put their head down and train and go about it, which it's a new era. Like, that's life. Social media life is life, right?
Yeah,
but
I understand.
Also, he's been fighting since he was 7. He's not like he's not like a Jake Paul. So I do feel that sometimes it's natural for us, like people commenting on him, to conflate him with that type of influencer when he's really been fighting for a very long time. And I think he's had his rites of passage and amateur. He's paid his dues to the sport, in my opinion. But last night,
I like the butt.
but last night, that was amateur shit. The turning the back when you're getting hit, I was like, what is that? It literally looks like
that coward is fighting like a coward. Then everything. You go and do this shit, then turn your back. And the referee, I tell you, if I were the chairman of boxing in Texas, that referee don't ever ref another title fight for the next 4 years. Okay, he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to. No, he needs to learn how to ref and really instruct the fighters what the hell to do, because the man turning his back. You blame his opponent for hitting him in the back because he turned his back when the guy threw the punch? Come on,
yeah, no, that was poor officiating in my opinion too. Because I've definitely, when you first start learning fighting and you see when people are first learning. I did this when I got hit. I turn my back or I put my head down or something, and you start swinging.
You fought like a beginner. That's right.
Exactly. And then I've been in the ring with someone who's just learning to fight, and then that's a natural thing for them to do.
Turn that back.
I was like, what? I'm like, Ryan, you've been doing this since you were 7. That's not good. That's not good. That was really bad. I don't know what.
That's not a shoulder roll.
That wasn't a shoulder roll. I don't know if he was trying to. I don't know what that
turning
was.
his side.
I don't know what that was. That was. I was like, come on, Ryan, you're a little better than this.
That was a shitty performance. And you say that the referee contacted the guy outright. I believe
that was not
when he went 8, he already started waving. Because he said 8, the guy was getting up, he was waving.
No, he said 8, and then he was like, and then the guy got up at literally almost 10. He almost got up. He was almost fully up at 10. We'll show the clip. We will show the clip.
If the man is up and he's laid down here, you say 8. He start getting up 9, 10. No, that's bullshit.
You get up at 8. He was getting up at 9.5.
No, he was getting up at 8.
And first of all, Sammy, when he was up, first of all,
you gotta count a second. A second, every count is a second. 1, 2, 3. You don't go 8, 9, 10. No, you don't do that. That's bullcrap.
First of all, the only mistake that ref made was probably not counting in Spanish. I was like, maybe he just didn't understand 8. You gotta say ocho, because he was still on the floor at 8. He was still on the floor at 8. And besides that, Sammy, when he was all the way up, he was
Find
wobbling.
the tape and put it on the
I'll do a little TikTok. Do a little TikTok.
Put it up there. No, seriously. That was
a good
8, 9, 10. No, 8.
Sammy,
9,
first of all,
10. If even the guy was understanding Gola or African language, and you say 8, 9, 10, he will understand. You don't say 8, 9, 10. No.
He first of all, I thought the counting was fair. He did not get up at 8. It's a standing 8 count. You need to be up at 8. If you're not up at 8, then the ref is naturally...
If you are knocked down, it was standing 8 count. Guy went to the floor. No, he went to the floor. And he was about to get up. The ref held him down so that he can get... No, the ref... Then he was trying to get up. The ref held him down so he can get him the 8. It was not a standing 8 count. If it was a standing 8 count, you get rocked and you're still standing up and he count 8. Now when you go to the ground and you're getting up and he's count 8, 9, 10. No.
You have to be up at 8. You have to stand at 8.
No.
Yes, you do. Okay, you have to be up at 8. That's the rules.
No, standing 8 count, you standing up.
Okay, maybe I'm
when
saying...
you fall down and you're getting up, you're supposed to be waved off at 10. Not 8, 9, 10.
I understand you, but if you are still on the ground at 8,
yes,
it'll be waved off. He was still on the ground at 8. That's the rules.
No, that's not the rules. Check the rules again.
I will check the rules. But also, Sammy,
they don't wave you off at 8 when you're back now on the floor. The man on his knee. One knee on the ground, one knee up. They don't count you out at 8 when you're back now on the ground. Even when you're back on the ground, the guy got to be to 10 before he waves you off.
Sammy.
He waved him off before 10. That's wrong. That referee took that boy's fight for him.
No,
that boy probably had a chance.
No, he didn't. Sammy, we'll watch the video again offline. When he stood up at 10, the ref literally held him up from falling. No, yeah, he did. He was still wobbling. He was still wobbling when he stood up. When he did all this stuff and he was walking back to his corner, he was still wobbling.
No, when it said 10 and the man was kind of waving his hands there, no. That way he was kind of falling towards the ref, trying to try to stop the ref from waving. That ref screwed that boy. He screwed him all over the place. When Brian Garcia turned his back, Garcia don't need to be talking crap or how good he was in that fight. He was not good, period.
Okay, I'm not gonna read all the rules because it's too much reading. But regardless, Sammy, if you watch the end of the fight, if you watch the end of him standing up, he did not have his legs. He did not have his legs.
Do we have a clip?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could have a clip. I don't want to waste time.
Okay, no, I know.
We'll debate it more, but he was done. He was done, and no.
Okay. Ryan Garcia won the fight, but Ryan Garcia, in my book, is still in shit.
He looked better. I will say that he did look better. He looked
better. What?
He looked better.
That was better.
Yes, he looked better.
The man turning his back.
Okay,
he never fought.
Minus that, I think there was some improvements. His footwork is really bad, but I think using the jab and moving a little bit
did not fix him up at all. That the miracle worker didn't do no better for him.
Well, we said that this would be a much harder fight for him. I think a lot of it had to do with
the miracle worker did not do him any good.
Duarte was not a good performance, but he probably felt Garcia's power early, and he just he can't move. He can't move and punch.
I think Garcia caught him with a good shot, yes. But the thing is, I thought Garcia felt his power early and started turning his back. Garcia never faced that boy to really get punched. He turned his back all the time and complained.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
he screwed up big time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I disagree with you on the count thing. I really do. Okay. I think he stood up really late. Okay. And even when he did stand up, he didn't have all his legs. He wasn't even complaining that hard. He wasn't even complaining that hard.
No, why would he complain that hard? Maybe.
Why wouldn't you complain that hard?
Maybe he got $3,000 more not to win.
Okay, well maybe that's a totally different argument. I don't know if he got paid to lose. I don't think that was the case.
Yeah, people get paid to lose. Trust me. Yes, people get paid to lose.
He's a part of Golden Boy's. This is my theory. I
Yeah,
actually
okay.
have a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Tell me. Let me learn this
conspiracy
thing
theory.
today.
Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, the head of Golden Boy. They are not getting along at this moment. They've been talking a lot of shit towards each other in the media and stuff like that. So unless that's a whole different publicity stunt, there's actually a little bit of animosity between them. They were hoping Oscar Duarte would beat Ryan Garcia and he could be the new,
I don't think so.
Mexican king or whatever for them.
Okay.
And Duarte just, I don't know, just
no, I don't think
performed really poorly.
I believe Ryan Garcia got a problem with Bernard Hopkins because Hopkins is telling him the truth about real boxing instead of being a freaking low sissy on social media, TikTok bullcrap. And De La Hoya is kissing Ryan Garcia's butt because De La Hoya is just another.
Well, De La Hoya is talking shit about Ryan all the time in the media.
Yeah, he's talking that shit because Ryan not kissing his butt back like he's kissing Ryan's butt. That's all. That's all. But Hopkins is just a straight shooter. You are messing up. They need to sign that sucker off. Let him go promote himself.
Garcia?
Yeah.
He probably could do it himself.
Yeah, he can do it himself. And trust me,
But
he ain't gonna make no money.
Why?
Why?
He's got a huge following.
Yeah, he got
literally his whole following.
He got a huge
shitting
following.
on us in the comments.
Yeah, he got a huge following for punching the bag. That sucker can't fight a real fighter. Come on, man, give me a break. Yeah, he's been doing this thing. He was 6 or 7. I mean, look, I know TikTokers out there. Ryan Garcia suck. Peter.
I don't think he sucks. I don't think he sucks.
Come on. I seen this guy fight twice. And the 2 fights he had, he looked like crap. Tank whoop his butt like nobody's business. And then he fight another Mexican that he was turning his back because he was afraid of the boy.
Okay, wait, that he also ended up knocking out. Oscar Duarte is not the guy. Oscar Duarte is not elite. He doesn't have feet. He doesn't know how to cut the ring off. He doesn't know how to jab and get to get inside. I mean, he's a tough guy who's gonna fight tough. That's it.
He is not going to be able.
Is Ryan Garcia elite? That's the question. He's good, but is he elite? That's the question.
No, he's not. He's not.
Time
okay.
Will tell.
No.
I agree. I agree that there's he can't beat Haney. He can't beat Prograis. He's at 140 now.
No, he can't beat Haney. He can't beat Prograis. He can't beat
Teofimo. Do not fight. Ryan Garcia, do not fight.
No guy. He can't beat no guy.
Ryan Garcia, do not fight Teofimo Lopez. Do not fight Teofimo Lopez.
No, but
he's calling out Rolly. That'll be a good fight. I'll watch it.
Rolly will knock him out.
No way.
Rolly would not go. Rolly is an unconventional fighter. A fighter that
our grandpa almost beat Rolly.
Yeah, a grandpa that Rolly took for granted.
Rolly. You can't make assumptions of how a fighter approached a fighter.
Is it Rolly fighting our boy this weekend?
Who? I don't know who Rolly's fighting. I don't know
who Haney fighting?
Prograis.
Oh, Prograis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not Rolly. Okay, Rolly
not even close.
Yeah, Rolly is the other idiot. Okay.
But I mean, it's the easiest way to a title at 140. And Ryan Garcia is like, I want to be a world champion. I mean, fight Rolly. He has a belt.
No, look, Garcia. He got a gift last night. He hit the guy. The guy went down. The referee helped him win. So that's how I would call it. And he just not it. He all right. He's not it and will never be it. He's not gonna be that it fighter, ever.
He's not it.
No, he's not. He's not that it fighter ever.
Ryan Garcia is not him.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not an it fighter. You got a whole lot of other Mexicans that are
Yeah.
8 fighter, a lot of other Chicanos that are 8 fighters, but Ryan Garcia not one.
He's got too many bad habits to sit here and calling up guys out in the upper echelon. I mean, you saw versus Tank. He pulls straight back. That's how he got knocked down once versus Luke Campbell. He pulled straight back, and he was still doing that shit last night. And Oscar Duarte was probably 1 centimeter away from landing something that would hurt him real bad. Because he actually hit him.
Yeah.
But it was like a centimeter away from the...
glance. It was a glance.
Yeah, a centimeter away from that temple.
You see? So
And
that
he's pulling straight back.
just go to tell you the miracle worker in that miracle worker in that.
But there were...
worker.
but the thing is like...
But he still didn't know what to say in the corner, though.
What happened?
Did you hear the miracle worker trying to instruct him?
I was kind of listening it on mute. But
Oh man, you should have. But did you see him performing?
Yeah. Shadow boxing.
He was shadow boxing more in the corner than the fighter.
You're giving Derek James too much shit because he, you have a kid who's been coached by his dad since age 7. Is coached by his family since age 7. Who has a lot of bad habits.
Okay.
And a few months of teaching him, you expect those things to go away.
No,
I thought there were some things that you could tell they've been working on, but in the middle of a fight, like obviously the kid's gonna go back to what he's been doing since he was 7.
Okay, I agree with all of that. But the thing about it, my problem with Derek James or any coach that do the things that Derek James does or allow the fighters or tell the and make the probably allow or the fighters go out there and start talking about it is that if I come to you today, I say, look, train me for this fight, and you say, oh yeah, we're gonna go. Don't go out there thinking you're gonna make me a pilot tomorrow. I'm not gonna be that champion. The thing is that we're gonna fix all those bad habits. We're gonna do this. No, you're not a miracle worker. You don't mold. You don't mold people from a stone into a freaking jello to be able to move loosely and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's my problem with Derek James. Derek James takes over these fighters and tell the public how great he's gonna make them. Like the stuff with Anthony Joshua. Joshua looked worse than ever before when he got with Derek James. Come on. You were lucky to get the Charlos, the Spins, who are good fighters in their own right. Those fighters...
He molded them. I think that's the difference. I think he's been
a
working.
boy from amateur.
Yeah, Errol at least. I don't know about Charlo, but he's been with one of the Charlos for years at this point.
Okay.
So, but Errol, since like teenager.
All right, good. Now he did okay there. That's fine. Stop thinking on all the other bozos that had fuck up and not come to you because you got in the war for the best coach of the year, which I think should have gone to anybody. Such
a Derek James hater. Goddamn.
No, look, I'm not a hater.
This is. I think this is his problem. I think this is what you're trying to say, and this is not a flaw unique to Derek James. It's any trainer. It's that you get a guy he is who he is. I think at some point when you're fighting, like there's some natural ability there. You are who you are. Everybody fights differently. Yeah. You have to meet the fighter where they're at instead of like, how do I make you as you already are the better version of you?
Instead of trying to make you the version I want to pull out.
Right. Instead of making you like what I think is a good boxer or like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, Ryan Garcia, your left hook is amazing. Right?
Yeah,
so
develop
keep
it.
That, yeah.
Develop it the best we can.
Yeah. Keep that. Make that your, like, weapon. Don't, like, okay, we don't need to work on that anymore. We're going to try to, like, fix your feed and, like the dude doesn't have good...
You're never going to do it.
Yeah, the dude doesn't
You're never going to do it because this person is set in there. Boxers, we are like old people. The thing here is, like, I don't give a damn how much a new trainer try to change you after you have already been a fighter,
Yeah.
they are never gonna. They will even make you worse than what you were before.
Yeah, like why are you trying to incorporate like a shoulder roll into your defense? Just like your long, use that. That's your defense.
That.
Your defense is your long. Yeah, that's your defense.
I mean, the boy you're fighting is about a half a foot shorter than you. Then you're doing the shoulder roll and turning your back, and he hit me in the back of the head. If I'm taller than somebody this much, and the person hit me in the back of the head, it's because I brought my head to them.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, let's move on away from Brian Garcia and the Miracle Worker.
Okay,
I think it was
the Miracle Worker. It's just me. I just critical.
Yeah. I'm a fan of you, Derek James, but whatever. I like Derek James.
I know.
But anyway,
you're a good person.
Brian Garcia won fair and square. I thought it was a decent showing.
Okay.
I think it's a decent showing for a fight with Rolly. A decent showing for a fight with anyone else at 140. Definitely not the top guys. But I think, time will tell. And I don't think it's fair enough to count him out. Like I said, Ryan Garcia has been fighting for a very long time. He's good.
Ryan Garcia, what the boy Shakur, all of those guys had a bad night.
No, I'm not saying that about Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying Ryan Garcia had a bad night. I think Ryan Garcia has a lot to work on. I think Shakur had a bad night.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Garcia needed that win. He got the win.
Okay.
I thought it was a good win.
Okay. Shakur needed to bounce back very high.
Very high, exactly. And so, I think for both of them, I think for Shakur 100%, it's only up from there. I think he'll bounce back really high. Good. Ryan Garcia, time will tell. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but I'm not going to count. I'm a person that can't count anyone out,
Time will tell. But don't let that time be on the telling side of Teofimo Lopez or any of the top guys.
No, not at all. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Take your time. Take your time.
Don't take it too long. You might get old.
But lastly, before we get into Sammy Says, let's wrap up here. Just quick predictions. Haney versus Prograis. Who you got?
A toss-up.
Really?
I got a toss-up.
Really? I think Haney will win.
Yeah. I think no. That's why I say it's a toss-up. Because for me, in that fight, the one that win this fight will be the guy who established himself first. Mm-hmm. Is the win that's who's gonna win this fight. Mm-hmm. Because once you establish yourself, you're gonna have the other guy fidgeting. He gonna be on the run. He going to be playing catch up every second. So the one who established himself first in this fight wins the fight. That's why I say it's a toss up for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think we all know how Devin's gonna fight.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of can Prograis get inside and make it dirty and keep it dirty, because Devin's gonna try to keep it long.
And run.
And move his feet, jab, move his feet, hit you with some uppercuts, hit you to the body, just try to slow you down. He's going to fight a perfect boxing fight, which will be very boring, which people say that. It's boring. I don't think it's boring, but he's just a technician.
No, he's the technician. I just, for him to win this fight, he has to bite down and stop looking at the corner to get him out of tough jams, because the corner will do what the corner is going to do, and you will have to put the finishing touches on that. If you're coming back to the corner and telling your father, or he hits hard, or he moving, he punching me too hard, or coming up to me, that shows me that you are not confident enough within your own ability. And those things are that's what break the will of a fighter to win. And you get the win only if you are if they gave you a gift.
Yeah. You may be right. It's a toss-up, but any fight's a toss-up. But if Prograis can make it dirty and frustrate Devin Haney, and I don't think Devin Haney has the best chin either.
No.
It can be.
Now he don't have the strong will.
But we'll see. This may be the fight where he has to show like you said,
himself.
yeah, bite down and really fight. And I think Prograis is gonna come in there. I'm gonna fight you. I'm not gonna let you box.
Yep.
So you better be ready. And so I think Devin's relying on his skills to prevent him from being in that situation. But I think at one point in the fight, probably around the middle rounds, the back end, it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna have to fight.
He had to fight.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So there where the toss up come in.
But I think he can pull it off if he just fights his fight. But I also like Regis Prograis, you know.
Oh yeah.
Shout out 504. Yeah. So lastly, let's get into this week's Sammy Says. I think we touched on it a little bit when we were talking about Charlo, but I wanted to ask you how did you stay on top of your mental game, or what advice would you give to fighters in working on their mental strength, right? I know I had a coach telling me got me into meditation. That helped me meditating daily, or meditating even before I started to even hit a bag or spar. What was your mental health routine?
For me, I always kind of try to compare things with myself, from the way in which I was able to overcome stuff and stuff like that, because I never been to a therapist or anything like that, but I listen to older folks talk, and I was always the one trying to stick around. When I saw older folks talking, that's where I learned, got some of my wisdom from, is that if you have a problem that you can't talk about, that problem is always going to be a problem. It's always going to exist. Problems do not exacerbate themselves. We do. By holding it in and thinking, by not talking, or possibly doing things to make it go away, it's not going to happen. I tell a young fighter, or any young person for that matter, if you're having a problem, talk about it. Let it be part of your everyday life. If I have a problem talking or expressing myself to people, I have to learn to express myself to people by talking to people in a way that I will not or have them feeling that I'm stupid. I will express myself to them, talk to them, so that they will, by practicing that, will teach me how to do it. So if, like Charlo, hadn't had a fight in 2 years, had a fight with Benavidez, which was a fight you were supposed to win. He did. But like you said, you notice he looks so sad and all that. If you're having a problem, whether it's a problem within your home, outside your home, with yourself, you gotta let it out. You got to talk about it. Nothing that we hold in going to ever make any one of us any better. Mm-hmm. Not at all. I don't give a damn what it is. Mm-hmm. We hold it in, we're never going to get better with it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have to, and if it is something within the gym or the people you surround yourself with, if they're where the problem is, but you don't know how to walk away from it, I'll say just sit down one day and figure out what part of that situation helps you develop or helps you grow. That part that helps you grow in a good manner or with a good feedback, that's the part you need to keep. The part that don't help you improve at all, you get rid of. And don't feel sorry. Don't feel guilty of letting that go.
Yeah.
You just let it go, because most of the time it's you standing in your own way by doing that. If you can't let the bad things that are holding you down go, you standing in your own way. Step out of your own way. Let them go. No matter who. Look, it can be your best friend, your mama, your papa. I don't care, because the thing is that when we live, we breathe for ourselves. We're not breathing for nobody else. So if me breathing is getting difficult because there is somebody standing in that way, I'm going to push you out of the way, because I want to breathe. Right. You want to be able to have a sound mind when you're doing anything in life, be it boxing, school, or whatsoever. Right. You want to be sound. And when you are sound, you get to absorb a lot more from life and strengthen your existence the best way possible, instead of thinking something going to change. Nothing changed till you change it. So that I would say to anybody, not just fighters. Yeah. If you don't change it, it's not going to change.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's sound advice. I think offering yourself, giving yourself permission, I guess, to be vulnerable, talk about whatever it is that's bothering you, but also on top of that, just getting rid of what's no longer serving you, because it just gets in the way of your boxing. To keep on the topic of what we're talking about, or just anything in life. Yeah. But was there anything that you did specifically, like, I don't know, right before a big fight? Like, how did you ground yourself? Or
before a big fight, I was kind of cruel to myself a little bit.
You were what?
I'm kind of a little cruel
to myself. You were mean?
Meaning, I was not that I was angry or I was mean to people. I was still myself to people, respectable to people and stuff like that. If you wanted to talk, yeah, man, I would talk to you a little bit and stuff like that. But it was just that I tried to how you call it? Take myself away from everything fun. I try to take my way from everything fun, because if things were fun, I think led me to doing what it is I shouldn't have been doing to get ready. If I had 6 weeks to get ready, 6 weeks was for me.
You just shut yourself away from everything.
I did my things in the gym and all of that stuff. Even girlfriends and stuff like that. Luckily for me, I had no one living with me when I fought and stuff like that. So when that time came, it was the gym, doing the stuff I needed to do, and I was home. And didn't take nobody call.
You were a hermit?
Yeah. Didn't take anyone's call, and didn't really associate. I didn't associate myself with nothing that didn't have anything to do with a boxing.
Yeah, that would distract you.
And because I in a way, I made myself like a lazy person then. I stay in, quiet, came out, hey man, even friends that were, hey man, what's going on? If I had a neighbor, hey, what's up? No, not much, man. Till a couple of my neighbors started noticing, When you fighting? Oh yeah, I'll be fighting in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh okay, talk to you later. and to realize to leave me the hell alone at a time.
Yeah.
You know, it was not cruel or not rude to them or nothing like that. I was just cruel to me. It was mean, and that was it. And after that, I was the happy-go-lucky guy again.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Then I want to talk to you all day if you don't want to talk. You know, and stuff like that. But so those things were ways that I kept myself grounded, you know, and stuff like that to focus in on what it is I needed to do, because when and that go with everything almost in my life. If I want to get something done, I dive in head first.
Yeah.
And get it done, then try to, and then, you know, then it's time to play.
Right.
Besides that, no.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good advice. Yeah. Discipline is key, and taking care of your mental key.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's all, folks. We have a big fight again this weekend, so we'll be back at Showtime, and we'll have a very, very special guest. So we're really excited about that. So stay tuned. Thanks for supporting. This is Boxing Capital, boxing business, everything behind the punches. I'm Tay.
She's Tay, and I'm Sammy.
Peace.
See y'all later. Good work. It was a good one.